Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Future Reach. Today on the menu is virtual reality or augmented reality, which one you prefer, doesn't matter. So stay tuned. Hey, so welcome back to Future Reach. If you're new here, subscribe because what we do is podcasts about real life, pop culture. We do a few movies review and TV show reviews too. So stay tuned and hit that like, subscribe button because it help us out.
And don't forget the bell notification.
And the bell notification.
Every Sunday and Wednesday we'll have a release, so come check us out.
So today's topic is augmented reality and virtual reality. They're two separate things. So let me straight up tell you, augmented reality is stuff like Pokemon Go.
That's a great example.
He looks bored.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pokemon Go. Whereas you have stuff in real life, or the Nintendo DS does that too, where you have stuff in real life and through a monitor, stuff gets added to that.
And that's augmented reality.
That's augmented reality because you add stuff to your reality. Whereas virtual reality is where you get transported to something completely different through a headset like the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive, the PlayStation, I forgot what the name is.
Morpheus,
or stuff that you can buy at like shops like this. So this is a basic stuff where a basic VR thing where you get to actually like put your phone in it, and then your phone goes in here.
Is that the Samsung Gear?
No, it's not even the Samsung Gear.
Just a
And
generic.
it's just a generic thing. It cost me $9.
Should have taken a step up and made the Google Cardboard instead of.
That's another way to do it.
Yeah, that's another thing. But I
True
don't.
story. First entrance into the VR world. I got a VR cinema app. I'm like, wow, this movie theater is like pretty.
I might try that.
Pixel density matters.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
does.
That does.
So now that you know what VR is, let me show you. Let me tell you about what VR is used for. So.
Bless you.
Whoa. So, what VR is used for is, I think you mentioned learning using VR.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff learning with VR. Recently, I saw a news report where they literally were teaching students and teachers how to handle gun crisis in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because that's become a serious thing now. So it's like, how do they react in scenarios like that?
Have you ever heard of like anything that they used VR for?
For educational purposes, no. Just
No?
more the entertainment aspect of it that seems to be driving the industry at the moment.
All right, let me blow your mind. So, you in med school, so they have this thing where they it's not actual VR, it's AR, it's augmented reality because they project a hologram of the human body, and it's in 3D, so you actually get to see like the veins and the muscles and stuff like that, and zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
So, for all my med school viewers out there and friends, it's not available everywhere yet. It's still in development, but I'm pretty sure in a few years, learning med school will be a lot more, like, a lot easier.
Easier.
I hope.
I don't think that does not get easier. It does not. It's just helpful. It's easier to learn.
But as you said, it's mostly used for entertainment. VR is mostly used for entertainment.
Well, the military used it before for simulations, flights, NASA. Yeah. Like, it's technically VR because you are in a different set, right?
Yeah, but yeah, sure, it's VR. It's
And
kind
the
of
beginnings
VR.
of
right?
displays, the fighter pilots uses AR.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing their
The HUD
specs and
displays,
everything.
that's
they
right.
had displays and like they have different screens and.
It's more or less it's coming into the hands of us common folks. Right?
Yes, exactly. And one thing that you mentioned about VR that is gonna hit the market pretty bad is like romance using VR. It's
Blade Runner had this concept of
Yes.
overlaying a projection over a person. And
yes, and if you want to check out our reviews of Blade Runner, go check it out. We'll put up a link on the video somewhere in
we
the
do
corners.
talk about it.
And we talked about it, yes. And VR is romance with VR. How would you feel if you were in a room and then you put that headset on? Where's the headset? You put that headset on like this,
Uncomfortable.
and then you get to see like your significant other, but you won't be able to touch her or anything.
Yep, just be able to see.
See and talk.
See and talk.
Yes.
I mean, surely your phone screen would be sufficient enough for webcam. Have a conversation. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my wife seeing me with like a VR helmet. Like, okay, now talk.
But she gets to see you in 3D, man.
No, she sees me in the helmet. While she has the like, no, think about it. Okay, she sees me in the helmet. It's like, you use the $400 or $500 3-dimensional camera, and I'll use the headset. It doesn't work both ways
Yeah,
at
it's
the
true.
moment.
At the moment.
True.
But we will get there eventually.
Oh yeah, we'll get there, and then that will open the door to a whole new area of problems, man.
Yeah.
Like addicts will go into play and all that stuff.
So far, what would you guys say the most interesting VR technology and entertainment is?
Most interesting one? I don't follow VR or AR that much. At some point, I was very interested in it when it started developing. So like the HTC Vive, the Google, I forgot the name, and the Oculus Rift and all that stuff. But then they're all pretty much doing the same thing. It hasn't really evolved in years. So
For me, the thing that catch me was art with VR. They had this system on, I think it was a PS4, where you can create artwork in 3D realm. So it's like you put it on, you put your artwork, and you create it all angles, different ways. You can manipulate a third dimension that you can't do on paper, which was kind of creative. I liked the stuff that they were putting out there. It was nice. Only downfall is you need VR to see it, right? You can't really see it with your human eyes, but
yeah.
that's the thing.
Architecture is something that I find interesting.
Uh-huh.
You can create a 3-dimensional space. I mean, it won't look really photorealistic. You can obviously tell that you're in a video game, but you could really get a feel for like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to say wonders of the world. I'm trying to say like monuments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually done that using just this in my phone.
And then just exploring the inside, like the Eiffel Tower, if you can't afford to go to France, or if you're on the short list of countries that passports can't go to France,
Yep.
or something like that. Just make increasing accessibility to things that are around the world.
Which
Is like something that's interesting about VR. Like you were talking about learning, is like another thing where surgeons can practice surgery, like
Yeah.
using VR or
Yeah.
you know, something like that. I mean, they have mannequins and
What do you think
corpses
of-
to practice on, but VR is another layer of that.
What do you think of the possibilities
Yeah,
that
there-
VR
there
can
are-
have?
there are,
There's like
Yeah.
endless
benefits.
possibilities.
Everything Jabril's saying is like it relates back to Ready Player One for
Yep.
me, because they created
Yep.
a world where you can do learning.
Yep.
You can have your fun by doing all your challenges or achievements you want to unlock.
You literally have a video game where the video game became reality.
Yeah, they do their own architecture. They do their own stuff in there. They sell pieces that are valuable
Yeah.
at real currency. So it's like that's another thing that's gonna bug me is the cost. Like, how do we have Bitcoin right now? Like, how far are we gonna go into this? Like, if we start VR, are we gonna have a VR currency?
Probably.
And
Some
then
all internet environment, like this is reality, and then the people
Yes.
who live
Ye-
in the
This is
internet-
exactly what happened in Ready Player One. It's like virtuality became reality. Like you get jobs. Like I think the mother of the, I don't know who it is, of one of the main characters is a realtor in the VR.
and they're selling VR properties for real cash.
Yes.
the economy that's behind that. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the thing. It's like currency, finance, everything becomes convoluted now because
Yep.
you're throwing money at something that doesn't exist. It's not a real product.
Yep. But I'm not gonna get into VR unless they develop the technology like the one we have in Ready Player One or like Sword Art Online, where you get to fully immerse. Well, Ready Player One is not really fully immersed, but like
Yeah.
you get sensations. Unless you get feedback, I'm not gonna get into it now.
I have issues with Sword Art Online. Like they do touch it, but they also touch the possibilities of memories. What is a memory? How it can be manipulated, and trapping a person inside the environment.
Yep.
These are real things. Like we take it as a joke right now, but if you are connecting your mind, at what point do we lose it?
Yep.
And-
There is this book that touch upon that too. It's called Awaken Online. It's 3 books where they created an AI, which is another advancement in technology, artificial intelligence. And that artificial intelligence was supposed to control the AR, the virtual reality world. And you connect to it to a headgear like this, and then they get access to your brain, and
Right.
the whole book like has a whole topic about how it might not be ethical to do that.
Yeah, there comes a lot of stuff, and Black Mirror also does a whole thing about what happens if someone takes your personality, your copy of who you are, and puts it in a virtual environment and runs it, right?
Yeah.
So, who's to stop that? Like, where do we draw the line?
And
And
they
this-
talk about that a lot in Ghost in the Shell.
Try
Oh,
to-
yeah. Like, your brain is able to connect to the internet. You can see other people's memories. You can look back up your own memories.
Yeah, that's
onto
what she does
hard
too.
drives,
Yeah.
and all of this other stuff. However, like there's downsides to it. Your brain can be reprogrammed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not who
memories
you
can be
are when you come
erased.
back out.
Exactly.
There were so many like episodes where they're just like, "Hey, dude, sorry, like all the memories you have are like fake. Somebody kind of
Yeah.
erased everything."
For me,
Well, I think we should cut over here
all right.
using the. We'll leave you on the thinking note. What do you think? Where do you think AR should go, or where it should stop?
And if you like this episode, let us know, and we'll dive more into AR and VR.
Exactly. So leave a like, comment as always. Tell us what you liked about the video. Tell us your thoughts on VR and AR and artificial intelligence and just technology advancement in general.
Yeah.
I was in computer science, so I want to know what you think about this. Anyways, thank you for watching and see you next time.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, you can check out the next video here. If you're in a daring mood, you can select a random video here.